Welcome back to another video in the van, and we're going to do some more work today. You're sitting on top of one of the counters that I installed 2 days ago, and I was struggling for mounting points. Because of the curved wall of the van, it's quite hard to attach the wood to it. So I have put some fixing screws in the floor that have attached things quite sturdily, but there's still a bit of movement. This is going to be a row of shelves, and I'm potentially thinking about getting a very skinny sink to fit within this tabletop here. The back wall then I'm going to cover with some slate, so it's going to look quite fancy, modern, and go really nicely with the wood. On the entry side here, I've begun to cut some wood to finish off that panelling, so that should look quite nice there. After that then we'll see if we can fix this somehow, because there's still that movement which is a bit undesirable. I think the most important thing about putting furniture into your van is to make sure that everything is secured and doesn't move. I managed to drive a longer stainless steel screw for sheet metal into the bodywork, and then 2 screws into the top, so now we've got like quite a sturdy structure. That looks a lot prettier already with the wood. Now I'll do the other side, I suppose. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today I'm going to be showing you my van again, and I've been away from the camera for a while, but not to worry, I've got my Australian hat and my sunscreen on, so we're ready to go. I've just bought a whole lot of interlocking tongue and groove from the timber merchant, and as you can see they interlock with each other, and I'm going to put a bunch of 2-meter sections up until the area of the newly added tabletop that's here, and then on this side I'm going to do the same up to the door, and then for the roof I'll use 3-meter sections, but with this you have the option of the 130mm flat face with the grooves, or you can have 75mm sections. We're going to have this on the roof and this on the walls just to change things up. Some things you may have not seen before. This unit, I'm going to mount a sink top in here. I'm going to have some hot and cold water. The cold water will be mounted either in the bottom of the van underneath here, or in the bottom of the cabinet. I tried my hand at doing some 45 cuts with the freehand, and as you can see it needs to be done on a miter saw for really nice edges, but I don't know. I like the look. So going into this, then we have the section of wall on the other side that I installed. So now we have almost a doorway, and then we've got an area under here that has the battery, and I'm going to put the gas stove here with some storage underneath. Then we have the fridge and the tabletop that extends all the way back to the wall. I've done some more insulation on the wall. I've given it another layer of Reflectix, and on the roof we have some... I've been doing a little bit more of some sneaky shopping at Bunnings, and I purchased myself some clamps to help out with woodwork and keeping things straight and level when I'm cutting. And what else did I get? Yeah, I got this hole saw kit. So my lights need to be mounted in the roof, and they take this size of hole for mounting the lights. So as you can see, I've made some progress with the wood in the walls, and finished the first section of this wall, and I will move on to the other section on this wall. Right, you're probably thinking, why did I cut that horrible shape in the window? But now you know. I'm cutting through the laid wood, the tongue and groove, through into the plywood, and I'm going to make a window shape. So I'm currently just cutting up this side, and once I get that side, because this is just tongue and grooved in, I can just slot it out, and we should have a really nice little window there. I'm going to, this thickness that you see behind here, I'm going to lay some of this wood around the outside for framing, and it should look very pretty indeed. Okay, let's take a look at what we have here. What I'm thinking about doing is actually painting the outside of this black, and on the inside, a nice little window frame. Lovely. I've clamped this all up and used some of this 3-in-1 filler, adhesive, epoxy sealant stuff to bead around the outside of the window. Now, one thing I learned from doing the fans was if you use some soapy water, you can actually get a really smooth, even profile around the window frame, so that's what I've done. So, window frame's finished, and I began the roof. So I'm going to put another level of insulation underneath. I've begun to cut around the channeling for the fan. So this guy fits inside the fan and covers the cut marks around the outside, just like this one. That just hides all of the cut marks and makes it look quite neat. Here I've begun to install the next panel, but on this panel we're going to have some lights in. Mark here at 300. Pre-drill at 300. Okay, put on the 64mm hole saw. That should center in the hole. Now, all we want to do is go straight through. And we end up with a fantastic hole to mount the light. Bend back these legs and then fit it within the hole. Just like our friend here at the top.